It's only your word. What's up, y'all? It's TG. I'm back with another episode. I know it's been 2 months since y'all seen me. Life happens sometime, and when life happens, what I do is I focus. I lock in on what's important to me. I lock on my support system, and I just take every day by day, and I really narrow things down when it comes to locking in. And when life and adversity or challenges hit me, just lock in, man. Just focus in and always stay prayed up, and God just always get me through it. Big blessings, big announcements coming forward. And I just hope y'all still stay with me. And I can promise y'all that I will be more consistent. Consistency is definitely key, especially in a relationship. So, just wait. But today, I really want to just talk to y'all about transparency and being aware of your partner's, feelings and acknowledging those things. But just to start off with transparency for me has been doing really, really well. Just where you're vulnerable, it's where you have to communicate how you feeling. It's where you feel you might. In most cases, some men feel weak. They don't feel strong. Being vulnerable and being transparent, or they might feel I don't know. It might not even have to be with weak or strong. It could be just vulnerable. Let's just say that. Let's just say vulnerable in other areas in their life where they don't want people to be exposed to, especially the person that they're willing to impress every day, or the person that they see every day, their best friend, their partner. But I feel like for me, transparency has been amazing. This is the most transparent I've ever been in any experience in my life, and it's been great. It didn't backfire on me, this time, or I didn't feel a certain way about being transparent. It was really just, but that's a different story. But communication, vulnerability, and being able to just speak with, you know, a certain type of tone and things of that nature. But I feel like transparency in a relationship is so key because then you open up and being personal with your person. And, you need a best friend. You need a best friend when it comes to a relationship. You need a best friend. You need somebody that you can say anything to, that you can be any way to, and in whatever way that is with you and your own. But is transparency is just really key. It's really key. It helps your partner see your mind, see through you. You're not gonna tell them everything, or you're not gonna nitpick on everything. You're not, that you feeling about, because it might not be much of a big deal, or it might be a big deal if it's eating you up and you having this feeling inside and it's eating you up. This is why it's gonna go with why acknowledging your partner's feeling. Transparency is in acknowledging your partner's feeling is really something that go hand in hand in my place. Like it's all connected. It's all connected. But um this is why acknowledging and being aware of your partner's feelings is really key as well. Because if they're transparent with you, right, you know how they feel. You can't read their mind either. So they expressed to you, they became soft and vulnerable to you to be transparent with whatever they want to be transparent and gave you that information. How you respond to that information, how you respond with that information is very key as a partner. And acknowledging and being aware of it can be really delicate to them, but it might not be a situation where you might be delicate. It might be, everybody has their own situation, but this is your partner right in front of you. This is your best friend. So if they're telling you something that you're feeling a way about, um, that they're feeling a way about, and it could be anything, um, then you have to try to put yourself in their shoes and have that perspective of they're coming to me with something that they're feeling about, they're feeling some way about, and I need to respond. I need to see if I can accommodate how they're feeling, if I can have that emotional, connection, sympathy, empathy with your partner, and then understand what steps are needed to take forward. If there's adjustment made, is there and adjustments don't mean like, oh, I'm changing for you. I don't need to be changing for you. This, that, and the third. Well, you're molding into one. Like if you have the real and great intention of with your partner, you're definitely molding into one, especially if y'all seeing each other every day or even weekly, day in, day out, because eventually it's gonna be every day. You're gonna want to be with that that person every day and understand who they are more and more and more. So, whatever pace everyone goes at is their own pace, but eventually you're definitely gonna have to be transparent and vulnerable and open up to and do things that you haven't done before. Like it stretches you. A relationship is going to stretch you. It should stretch you to be a better person, to be a better individual, to fill in those gaps that you've been missing probably your whole life because it's not just yourself anymore. So there's definitely gaps that you have to be aware of, um, especially you know in a relationship. You have to be aware. Like you know what yourself is like when it's just you. Um, but when you have to adapt and adjust to someone's feelings, their mood swings, or um, how they operate, how they move, those things are very important, and it's an adjustment. If you think you can still move the same way in like you are by yourself, I don't think I think I don't think that'll work. In my opinion, that's my opinion. I don't think that'll work. If you think you can move the same way as a single person and the same way as a single person into a relationship, I don't think that's gonna work for you, big dog. I don't think that's gonna work for you. But that's why transparency is really key. You having that open mind, you giving your partner, you know, almost like you're starting to give them everything. Like depending on where y'all at in your relationship, you're starting to give them everything. You're starting to be and you got to be comfortable too. You have to be comfortable to be able to express everything, like with no hesitation. Like I can say anything to my girl. Like I can say anything to her and be okay with it. There's no judgment. There's always an open floor and there's always ears listening. That's what we do. We have our ears listening. There's always open floor no matter what. Um, and I know some things you can hold in. Like everyone holds stuff in because they feel like, and you can overhold stuff in. Like, oh dang, I might be doing too much. I probably shouldn't say anything about that, or um, nah, I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna just sweep it under the rug or something. But if it's, and this is why I'm gonna go into acknowledging and being aware of your partner's feelings, because if you're sweeping things under the rug and it's really eating you up and it's really something that, even it could be the smallest thing, even if it's bothering you, I feel like you should really express yourself about it. If it's going to bother you, express yourself about it. If it's not going to bother you and you can really move past it right then and there, move past it then. Don't let it come back. But 9 times out of 10, and that little thing hit you in your stomach or something, and you start feeling, you start thinking about it real deeply. Oh yeah, you need to talk to your partner about that, big dog. You need to talk to your partner about that. You need to talk to your partner about that. And just go from there. But most people say, "What if I can't talk to my partner?" Then you probably with the wrong person. You're probably with the wrong person. You're supposed to be able to talk to your person. How you supposed to understand them? How you supposed to know who they are? How you supposed to grow? How you supposed to have those conversations, that communication you need that's gonna help both of y'all grow. You, the goal is to grow. The goal is to work as a team. The goal is to be together. The goal is to create the foundation, you know, that strong, firm foundation. Let God be in between your relationship and grow and be successful. That's the goal. Have a peaceful and easy life. That ain't really gonna be, it's not gonna really be peaceful and easy. That building that foundation, if you see a house and how it's built, that's not easy. Can be easy for most, depending on, the technique and how they approach it. But that's the same thing with life, how you approach it. What's your perspective on it? Are you really understanding your partner's feelings? Are you disregarding your partner's feelings? Are you understanding that it's not about you? It's about us now. Everything is us and we. It's not I and I. You get your alone time when you get your alone time, but you make time for that too. But you have to make time for us. It's not just make time for me. So that's really key. And having that transparency can help you see through your best friend, your partner, and understand like, oh, this is how they feeling. Now let me accommodate. Let me have this empathy and sympathy. Let me take action on how they're feeling. What can we do to take those forward steps to so you don't have to feel like that. Even if we flipped it, I'm like, dang, I wouldn't even respond like that. I'm like, I don't even care for real. Like it ain't it's really nothing. Well, that might be the case, but that's not how my partner feeling. It's not how she feeling. It's not how my partner feeling. So what I have to do is okay, what can I do, babe? What can I do to help you not feel like that? Or what adjustment is needed to be made so that we don't have you feeling like this? And just that communication, just that phrase, just that little conversation or discussion, whatever you want to call it, right there, or that action, that verbiage right there, can just it can break a wall down. You don't even know it can just break a wall down. Like, dang, he's not being defensive, or he's not disregarding, or he's not really into what his own thoughts is. He's really trying to understand what's going on, and he know me like that's that best friend connection. That's where that foundation and everything is built on. So that's really key. So transparency, I know it can be tough, especially for guys, because whatever we going through, I don't know what it is. I couldn't even explain it to you. Like when I be transparent, it's something that's like, dang, I don't know if I want to be that soft, or dang, do I really want to let her know like this is what's really going on? Should I let her know that? But if it's really your best friend, like just try it, try her. So that's what I do. I just try it, see how she respond, and it never felt me, and it haven't felt me since. So or she haven't felt me. So I just keep doing it, and it's been great. Um, but yeah, transparency, and those feelings, they go hand in hand. You really got to understand the perspective on the other side, even if you don't care about it, and even if you wouldn't respond like that, it's not about you. It's really just not about you. That's all it is. So that's all I got for y'all today. I hope y'all tune in. I'm still here. It's only a word. I appreciate y'all. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you.